Hello, this is Mr. Win, and this video is over conics, working with parabolas. So, parabolas you learned before, follow the equation y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, and the parabola opened up or down, depending on whether a is positive or negative. But now we're going to use the conic definition of parabola. That's even more generic or universal, because it doesn't care which orientation the parabola is going. So a parabola is a set of all points x, y in a plane that is equidistant from a fixed line, the directrix, and a fixed point, the focus, not on the line. So this is the FVD stuff I taught before. Remember, a parabola can open up, down, left, or right. It won't be a function that opens left or right, but it still has an equation. Remember, any point on the parabola, say right here, D, is the same distance from the focus here to here is the same distance. This point, D2, is the distance to the focus. D2 is also the distance from here. If I pick a point over here, this to the focus is the same thing as this to the directrix. Alright, so again, the parabola is all points that's the same distance away from the directrix and the focus. Alright, the midpoint between the focus and the directrix is called the vertex, and the line passing through the focus and the vertex is called the axis of the parabola. Here's the picture, figure 1010. It's symmetric with respect to its axis, the axis symmetry. And using the definition of parabola, we can derive the following standard form equation of a parabola whose directrix is parallel to the x-axis if it is going up and down, vertical, or the y-axis if it is going horizontal, left or right. So here are the equations. X minus h squared equals 4p times y minus k, where p can't be 0. That's the vertical axis, where the direction is always going to be y equals k minus p. Then y minus k squared equals 4p times x minus h, where p isn't 0. That's the horizontal axis, where the direction is x equals h minus p. Alright, so notice here, this is x squared, so it's going to be a vertical parabola. This is y squared, so it's going to be a horizontal parabola. And the focus lies on the axis p units, the direction distance from the vertex. So if p kind of influences a, so if it's positive, it means it goes up or right. If p is negative, it means it goes left or down, the parabola. Alright, if the vertex is at 0, 0, they just plug in 0, 0 for h and k, and the parentheses disappear. So the first equation turns to x squared equals 4p times y. The second equation is y squared equals 4p times x. Though I'd usually just stick with the top universal equation where you can plug in any point, any vertex, because the vertex will not always be at hk. I mean, be at a 0, 0. Here's some pictures down here for y'all. Do notice that h is always with x no matter what, and k is always with y no matter what. And again, it's opposite. So let's now try using it. Find the equation, standard form of a parabola with the vertex at the origin and the focus at 2, 0. So here we have a dot 0, 0, the vertex, and the focus is 2, 0. Remember, it's going towards the focus. This parabola is going to the right. So the axis of the parabola is horizontal. It passes through 0 to 0, and 2, 0 is shown below. Notice I put the equations here for the vertical equation, the horizontal equation. We know the vertex. We know h is 0, we know k is 0, and we know p. How far is it from the vertex to the focus? It's 2 spots. It's 2 minus 0, 0 is 2. So I filled in y minus 0 all squared equals 4 times 2 times x minus 0. Y minus 0 squared is y squared. 4 times 2 is 8 times x is 8x. That's the answer. So if you graph this, you'll get this graph. Let's try another one. Find the focus of parabola. Find the focus of parabola in, here's the equation. That's standard form. So they're going to convert this into standard form by completing the square. So first, make sure a is 1. So either multiply both sides by -2. Then they're going to move this 1 over. You're allowed to do that if you want. Then they complete the square by doing b over 2, which is 1. Then square that's 1. So they added that to both sides in blue. Combine like terms, then factor the right side. On the left side, they also factor GCF. But here's their equation, and they're going to compare this to this formula because this has the square power on the x. So it's kind of written backwards. We can now see h is -1. We see k is a positive 1. And this 4p thing is -2. So if -2 equals 4p, you divide by 4, reduce, you get p is -1/2. So like they said, you can conclude that h is -1, k is positive 1, and p is -1/2. Because p is negative, the parabola opens down, as shown in this figure, this picture to the right. So the focus of the parabola is going to be this vertex going down 1/2 to the focus. So they did a x stays the same or h stays the same. Then it was k plus p because p was negative. So negative a positive 1 plus negative 1/2 gives you 1/2. All right, find the standard equation of a parabola. So find the standard form of the equation of a parabola with vertex 2, 1 and focus 2, 4. So on the graph, we have vertex 2, 1 right here, and the focus is 2, 4. We have to go towards the focus. This parabola's going up. It's going to be an x squared problem. All right, because the axis of the parabola is vertical, passing through 2, 1 and 2, 4, we use the vertical equation where the square is on the x. We know h is 2 because we have the vertex. We know k is 1 because we have the vertex. And p, they found 4 minus 1 is 3. It's 3 spots upwards. It's positive. So when you plug in those 3 numbers, you get this formula. X minus 2 all squared equals 12, because that's 4 times 3, parentheses y minus 1. And then you can just FOIL, distribute, then solve for y to get this equation. So that's what we usually see. Y equals 1/12 x squared minus 4x plus 16. Although we usually do distribute that 1/12. Alright, one more. Be sure you can do completing the square when given general form of an equation. So here it's y squared plus 6y plus 8x plus 25 equals 0. So I'm going to focus on completing the square for the y squared only. I'll move everything else to the other side. Or you can keep it on the same side, but it's easier to move things over. But you only complete the square for things that are quadratic. So this is y squared. I'm going to have to find the missing thing and add to both sides. So this is an equation. We're completing the square by adding what's missing. To find what's missing, you do b divided by 2. So 6 by 2 squared. That's positive 3 squared, which is just 9. 9 is the magic number I'm going to add to both sides. Then this left side is now factorable. That's y plus 3 times y plus 3, meaning y plus 3 squared. On the right side, I did combine like terms. Then the right side, I need to factor the negative 8 as the GCF to get this final equation. All right, now notice from the 2, the squared is outside the y, so this is going to be a horizontal equation where k is negative 3, h is negative 2, and p is negative 2 because 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. So we know it's horizontal. We know the vertex is negative 2, negative 3, or h is negative 2, k is negative 3, and p is negative 2. So vertex is negative 2, negative 3. Because p is negative, it's going to go left. And then to find the focus, we're going to do the vertex. We're going to go left 2 spots. So it's going to be negative 4, negative 3. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you ask questions during the live sessions. Thanks. See you soon. Bye.